Hello, baseball fans. Hope everybody's doing awesome out there, staying safe. Haven't hit like or subscribe? Please do so. Really appreciate your support. Best way you can help me out is by hitting like and subscribe and give away prizes to subscribers just to say thank you for your support. So you're going to be able to get in on that as well. So as the offseason wraps up for most MLB teams, maybe some minor moves left, it leads me to reflect, and I gotta say, kudos to the Toronto Blue Jays management this year. What a fantastic offseason. That's right. I would have preferred them to do the extension with Manoah or Guerrero, or at least somebody, but nonetheless, the moves that they made to make their team better for 2023 was quite impressive. So a pat on the back to Shapiro and Atkins and the rest of the management there. And as we look back, let's look at what they did this offseason and why it's impressive. Really, it started this year. Well, we got Don Mattingly, and that's going to give a lot of support to Schneider behind the bench for coaching, giving him that support, that maturity there, that experience that Mattingly has is going to be nothing but good news for the Toronto Blue Jays. And just recently, they also added Jeff Ware as a pitching specialist. So getting that knowledge and experience is going to make the Blue Jays better already. On top of that, though, they went out and made that big, huge trade with Seattle. Teoscar Hernandez was shipped out, and a lot of Blue Jays were nervous right off the hop. Now, we did get Eric Swanson back in that big, huge arm of his, that nice ERA, and he's going to be controllable for the Jays for the future. Adam Macko was also included on that deal. Maybe he's a question mark right now, but certainly somebody that could translate into some sort of depth for the Blue Jays in a couple of years. Nonetheless, Eric Swanson, if he is the Swanson that he was in Seattle, is certainly going to beef up the bullpen for the Jays and give us somebody that we could possibly slot right in behind Jordan Romano, giving an 8-9 punch, 8th inning and 9th inning, I mean. On top of that, the hole that was left in the corner is where George Springer's going to go. And as the Jays signed George Springer, it was always envisioned that halfway through his contract, he would move over to the corner, still play some center field, but by moving him over the corner was going to give him more durability for the remainder of his contract. And by moving Teoscar Hernandez, it allows the Jays to do that. And they went out and signed Kevin Kiermaier to that $9.3 million deal, I believe. And by doing so, it gives the Jays maybe that production in center field, but one of the best defenders in all of baseball. So there's nothing to complain about there with that. And Kevin Kiermaier, they might compare him to Kevin Pillar, but you're going to get a lot more upside, a lot more production behind the plate. The big question, Kevin Kiermaier, will his hip be healthy? Knocking on wood that it will be. And to continue to build the defense and outfield, the Jays went out and made a huge trade. I say maybe a bit of overpay. A lot of people say no. But nonetheless, we got Dalton Varsho, and we had to trade away Lourdes Gurriel Jr., who I'm worried about, and Moreno. But we had a surplus of catchers, so we knew either Moreno or Kirk were going to go. And by doing this, it leaves Danny Jansen, to be the backup catcher for Alejandro Kirk. So we have two strong options as catchers still. And by adding Dalton Varsho, we're getting one of the best defenders for the corner outfield there. He can also play center. The big question for him is going to be production. This guy has the power to give you 30-plus home runs, but he's a little streaky. He's kind of like Matt Chapman. He might end up with a 230, 240 average, but have the power there and the defense. The question is out on Dalton, and if he can get his production up and his batting average up, he's going to be a deadly force for the Jays and a fantastic addition. On top of that, the Jays went out and made my favorite signing of the offseason, Chris Bassitt. 3 years, $63 million. Nice, tidy contract. I know he's a little bit older, but it's a short contract. And with Chris Bassitt, you're getting durability. You're getting somebody who is consistent and somebody who can certainly slot in and solidify our rotation as a number 3, number 4. And by signing Chris Bassitt, it gives the Jays a 1, 2, 3, 4 for a couple years to come. That's right, Alek Manoah, Kevin Gausman, Barrios, who we hope bounces back, and Bassitt. That's a deadly rotation for any team in all of baseball, and it's certainly going to translate into success for the Toronto Blue Jays. And finishing it off, they got Brandon Belt. just under 10 million bucks, and a lot of MLB analysts say that this is one of the best signings of the offseason. Not only are you getting that veteran presence, but if his production comes back, and everybody suspects it will be, he is going to be a deadly DH, a nice backup for Vladdy, and only a one-year deal, so there's no risk there. Awesome job, Blue Jays. On top of that, let's look at their bullpen quickly before I wrap up and how much it's improved over the last 2 seasons. We're going to have Romano, we're going to have Simber, Meza, Anthony Bass, Eric Swanson, Green, our new signing. Probably not till midsummer, but still a nice arm that we stole from the Yankees. Zach Pop, maybe Nate Pearson, and Garcia. That's 9 options there. Probably only going to be 8. Maybe we'll wait for Green to come up and one of those players will go down. Nonetheless, that's 9 strong arms for the bullpen, something that the Jays haven't seen in some time. As Vladdy says, he's excited. This is a more complete team that the Jays have had in a long time, and a balanced team, and I have to say so. I'm excited to see what the Jays do in this offseason, and again, a big thank you to Atkins and Shapiro, and the Blue Jays front office for all their hard work. Let's go Blue Jays 2023, playoffs for sure, and a playoff win definitely. Let me know what you think in the comments below. I hope everybody stays safe out there. Hit like and subscribe if you haven't already, and we'll ramble on soon. Talk soon, guys.